Hello everyone, it's Cami from Kebblot here. And on the last episode I was telling a lot of stories. Let me tell you a story right now. So I was recording a video for this series called the No Base Challenge. And I was recording series, and just before the last episode I had recorded, my dad had knocked on my door, like, asking if my dogs were allowed in my room. I was like, oh yeah, sure, that's fine, that's great, that's fine. I'm, talking to the rest of my audience, telling my, dogs to lay down. They're making a lot of noise, and I'm just like, whatever. I look over, and they're eating my burger! The burger I've been working on since I was recording. The entire time I've been recording these last few episodes, I've been working on eating that burger, because it's a pretty big burger. And, yeah. One of my dogs ate it all. So I kicked that dog out of the room and got ice cream. She ate my food, man. I don't care if it was sitting on my bed. That was my food. Was it back here? I seriously hate being trapped. Oh my gosh, how did I come back to this spot? This is exactly what happened last time. I don't even have a way. What? That's the okay. So annoying. I think it's back here. Oh, is it up here? It's up here, isn't it? It's up here, isn't it? It's up here, isn't it? Somewhere? Please? Please? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I found this area. Yes, I found this area. Okay, this area is fine, because this area I can get back. I can get back. Because right here. Yes. Yes! Yes! It was up here, right? Oh, or my sense of direction finally working. Please tell me they finally worked. Please tell me I'm about to come back to the area. Oh, thank you. Good grief. Okay. I need one of those. I'm so happy. That took so much time. Sure. I know that's a very random thing to do for me. Just doing all that. Anyways. Going back down to the hell I just came from, and the next 24 minutes are probably gonna be me continuously trying to figure out the rest of this hellish place. Yay, I can finally mine things. That's great. I was a quarter, no, I was not. There was a quarter left. There was a quarter amount of the burger left. So it's like, it's not like I had it's not like I had only taken 2 bites and then she ate all of it. Then I would have been really upset. Because, normally she sleeps in my room. But yeah. And then, of course, Angel's just sitting to the side like, Mom, don't. Mom, don't. Don't do it. She doesn't want us eating the burger. She's just... She finished the whole thing. There wasn't that much left, but there was enough left to be like, I was gonna eat that? Excuse you? It's not like there was 2 bites left that I was just too lazy not to finish. Then I wouldn't have been upset. But there was a decent amount there, It was saddening. But I've got ice cream now. No. I don't know if you heard that jingle, but that was her raising up. No. No, this would actually hurt you. You're not having any of this. Eating chocolate ice cream. I would feel bad for the rest of my life if she got a hold of this and died. Sadness. Anyways. Back to what I was doing. I'm actually going to start saving. Things now. I say as I waste one of those. What's another story I could tell? So I remember when I was a kid, like itty bitty. I guess I could just name off a few of my itty bitty memories. This might be the first ever memory I could remember. You know, the first thing I ever remember happening to me was it starts out with this kid and I, like, just, I don't know what we were doing, but he picked me up and took me from one room into this closed off room, which was probably a closet. I think I'm just gonna do this, so it's obvious I'm trying to block it off, but it's not, you know, wasting all of my blocks. Anyways. So, I think he just wanted to get rid of me. It could have been my brother. Because it was a pretty itty bitty kid, but I was like at that point where I wasn't talking yet. And he was at the point where he could talk and move around enough to pick me up. And my brother's like 3 years older than me, so this is very possible it's him. But, so this kid picked me up and set me inside of one of those, like, not chair, but one of those things that you roll around a baby in. I forget what they're called, but anyways, you set a child inside of it, and they can bounce in it and stuff. Well, also I realized what I needed gold for. I need to make at least a hat or something for when I go into the nether, so I don't die from the monsters. I forget what they're called. I know they're not piglin anymore. But basically, he set me inside of one of these bouncy things, and I was happy. I was okay with it. And then he pushed me back inside of this closet place and shut the door. Well, no. He didn't shut the door. He left me there and walked away. And there was this room where it was like there was a closet, and then there was a room that comes out towards this direction. But I could only see a couple walls outside. And I started crying and screaming because he left me alone. And, ooh, I hurt my tooth. Cold. And so I heard someone yell, "Shut that damn baby up." That part could have been my imagination, I don't know. And then this woman, who I'm pretty sure was my mother, walked in, picked me up. You know, she grabbed me and picked me up. And then she carried me into the living room area, I think it was, and started talking to people. And then that's when the memory cuts off. But yeah, that's one of the memories I have of being a baby. And I don't remember when I first started talking. I could probably go ask my dad real quick, but yeah. I mean, heck, I don't even know if he knows. But it was definitely before I started talking. Because all I was doing when I was inside of this room was screaming and crying. Because I was confused and I didn't know what was going on. This stuff always looks like gravel. Anyway, so apparently my brother's not wanted anything to do with me from the beginning. Which is, like, I knew that. He was an only kid for 3 years. I mean, you know. So another one I have is from when this could have been my 4th-ish birthday, I think. Just from what people have told me, it sounds like this was around my 4th birthday. This might have been my 4th birthday. And so... Still eating. So... like I said, around my 4th birthday, we were sitting down at a table, me and quite a lot of other people. There were like 6, 7, maybe 8 people there, and a bunch of kids. Some of those 8s might have been kids, but basically they were all eating, and someone to the side was feeding me. I don't know who this is, and I don't think it was my mother. I lived with a lot of people as a kid, so there's a chance it could be any number of people. This could have been in any number of families. But basically, I was I was being fed, by these people. And after, like, I can kind of, like, a little bit remember them walking out, but it's kind of a blur in a way. But basically, I was the last one to finish up, and they finally got me to finish my food, and, where am I going? And then they started putting gloves on me. And this is somewhere, I'm assuming, just by being in 4th birthday and whatnot, somewhere in the west side of Colorado, like the very, 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 very edge, like one of the one of the semi-larger towns, like not one of the bigger towns, but like a medium-sized town, at the very, very edge of southwest Colorado. And I forget what it's called, but yeah. So basically, it was way over there. I don't remember what it was called. It was probably a very obvious name. It's one of those easy names to remember, but I have a very bad memory, as we know. And so, I was over there. I don't know how much it snows there around December, but my birthday's in December. So you could probably guesstimate how much it snows in that area around that time, because I could be wrong with if it was in December, like on my birthday or not. But basically, they got my gloves on. We went outside where a lot of kids were playing, including my brother, and there was a bunch of sculptures. It was snowing. It was really beautiful. There was snow sculptures is what I was trying to say. I remember there being a dog. There was a blow-up sculpture of a giant snowman that I absolutely loved. And then the memory I have that I think takes place right after that is of when my dad was taking us back home here in Oklahoma from their place, and he bought me princess gloves. I remember this memory very, very clearly. Just like all of them, it's a bit blurred. I thought that was W. It's a bit blurred, but I remember them like I know this happened. So basically, he bought me these princess mittens. I don't know if I think they were mittens. And they had this plastic round piece with Cinderella in the middle Ariel off to the side, and Tiana? Question if it's Tiana or not. It could have. I think it might have been Tiana. Hold on. Let me look up when Princess and the Frog came out. Because if Princess and the Frog came out like way after 2007, then I don't think it was Tiana. Oh, it was 2009. Yeah, it was not Tiana. I thought it was Tiana. Hold on. Light blue princess gloves. Could have been mittens, could have been gloves. Yeah, it's just showing Cinderella gloves. Light blue princess mittens. It's just showing Cinderella gloves. Like winter mittens. Ah, come on. No, not Elsa. Oh, it could have been. I might have found him. No, that was not it. It could have been the princess from Sleeping Beauty. I seriously can't believe I can't find them. I thought that they would be there just right there. They're either popping up royal blue or just princess gloves. Anyways, they had a little plastic piece on the back of them that had princesses on them. And I remember getting those at some sort of truck stop, I think. I do not like the fact that my ice cream has nuts in it. I hate creamy with crunchy. Hate it. I wonder if I could look up 2007 if it'll pull them up. Yeah, every single time I look up gloves with princess, it's gonna pull up either like those gloves that princesses do wear, or it's gonna pull up Elsa gloves. Elsa and Anna gloves. Frozen gloves. So yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna continue collecting gold, just because I know that I might trade with the dudes in the Nether. Anyways, yeah, I remember doing that, and I also remember traveling with other people. I have no idea who. Oh, okay, well that happened. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? What, well, not who, but what else do I remember? I remember going to a water balloon. Oh, you know what? Oh, that was scary. That's what. I remember going to a water balloon fight as a kid and asking if there was going to be swimming involved, and there wasn't, which everyone was sad about, and I only got one balloon out of that whole thing because people love to hog balloons from little kids. I mean, it was a bunch of little kids, but they were mean to me. Anyways, at least that's how I saw it. The other memory was my mom dropping me off at some sort of daycare center, and me going in and them getting their kids. Could have been more kids that they were babysitting, taking care of. And yeah, I don't know how to describe that memory specifically, like, very well, just because, like, there's not much to describe. It was just in a normal house. It wasn't at some sort of center. I know that she, like, tried to take care of us, and she was really nice, except they got in trouble a lot, apparently. And, there was another memory when I went out into the, pasture. I went out into the pasture, and I, like, saw a bunch of cows. I remember we went back and forth houses, and I had to chase after a car at one point in time. Because everyone got into a car when we were switching houses at one point in time, and I didn't leave the house fast enough, so I had to, quote-unquote, chase the car. Now that I think about it, the car was probably moving, like, a mile an hour or something, you know, like, really, really slow. Like, it was funny. And, obviously I finally got in, and they took me back to where I should have been. Or else I would have been gone, obviously. And I'm still here, so. It was very scary. I don't know what was going on in that memory, but I don't know if I was with my cousins, because I lived with my cousins at one point in time. I mean, who hasn't? Apparently a lot of people. I did not know that. But it was very common for me to live with my cousins. And, it could have been with my cousins, it could have been with a bunch of other people. I moved around a lot. Anyways, I remember meeting my dad for the first time, because, the person I'm calling dad is my adopted dad. And, I think we met when I was about a year old. But I remember being very cautious about him, because I was nervous meeting other people. Probably because of the abuse I had endured at that young age, and I was very scared of people. Very shy. It's funny, I speak of me as a different person, but anyways. Basically, I hid behind my mom, like, behind her shoulder, she was holding me, and then he, like, held on to me, like, she had to go somewhere, and so he took us in for a second. I don't remember exactly what happened, but that's, like, a part of it. And so he took care of us for a bit, and then whenever she came back, I couldn't remember her, and I was very scared of her, because I was like, who is this woman? Why does she want to hold me so bad? And so she, like, which, you know, is kind of sad if you think about it a little bit, because, like, you know, she kind of tossed me off to a lot of people, so it was hard to remember her, because she wasn't ever really around much, because she was making money for us on the road, and by on the road, I mean she was a truck driver, She wasn't on the streets. But she was making money and spending most of it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, my mom was not best mom in the world. But she was, doing whatever she was doing. And, whenever she came back, he had to introduce me to her again, because I could barely remember her. And then, after we started actually permanently living with him, after Colorado, I could remember both of them, but I didn't know that he wasn't my real dad. Memories slipped so far when I was young, I couldn't remember, they got pushed back in my memory, and I couldn't remember that he wasn't my real dad. So I asked him if he was one day, for some reason, and he said no, and I was like, what? But you're my dad. Because it's funny, because when we first started living with him, we didn't call him dad. And then my brothers started calling him dad one day, and he was like, well, if I'm dad, I take all the responsibilities, including punishing you, and blah, blah, blah. Which he did that already. I don't know why that was a... Anyways, point is, he was like, I'm taking up the full responsibilities of your dad, if I'm your dad. And we were like, yeah, we want you as our dad. We want a dad, so you're our dad. And so... it was really funny, because I remember that happening multiple times, of... my brother calling him dad and him going, no, I'm not your dad. And then finally him just accepting it one day and him being dad ever since. But basically, I couldn't remember that he wasn't. But I still didn't care afterwards. I was just like, okay, well, you're still dad, so. I also remember getting up. Oh, I remember first moving from Colorado to back home here, actually, in the house next to the house I'm living in now, funny enough. And basically I need to end here and continue in the next video. Because, yikes. Oh no! Ugh! Okay, I need to get rid of that anyways. I need to find my thing again. Oh boy, here we go. Have a good day!